Hi, friends. Welcome back to your practice. I am Katie Arnold, and today is our self-love slow flow. We are going to flow it out on our mats in this beautiful, slow vinyasa flow while focusing on bringing in a greater sense of self-love, connection with self, and really caring and loving on our bodies. You don't need any props for this practice, so go ahead and roll out your mat and I will meet you there. All right, friends, we are getting started lying all the way down on our backs. So just nice and slow, finding your way there. Once you get there, take those feet out about as wide as your mat. Knock your knees in towards one another. Taking one hand onto your belly, one hand to your heart. Just allowing a nice big exhale to release anything you're holding on to integrate yourself into your practice, onto this space on your mat right here, right now. Taking as many cleansing exhales, that nice big exhale out of an open mouth as you need to let go, to get deeper. To gently feel that breath coming in and out of the body. Just start to find some gratitude for your body. Gratitude for yourself for showing up on your mat. Gratitude for the ability to move your body in these kinds of ways. And allowing that gratitude to bring a greater sense of love and compassion. That at any point during this practice today, we might need to modify to meet our beautiful bodies where they're at. Knowing that's okay. And more than it just being okay, it's encouraged. So start to connect to your ujjayi breath, that nose to nose breathing. The inhale through the nose, the audible exhale back out through the nose. Feeling that slight constriction at the back of the throat on the exhale. And allowing that ujjayi pranayama breath to guide our practice today. Now letting both knees come into the chest. Take a few gentle rocks side to side, massaging out that low back. Maybe circling the knees one way, circling them back the other. Bring those knees through center, arms out to a T, and gently drop both knees over towards the right. Gaze can come over towards the left, over that left shoulder. I like to take my right hand and gently guide the knees down towards the mat. If you don't have as much space where you're practicing today, go ahead and cactus that left arm instead of taking it all the way out. Let those knees come back in through center and dropping them over towards the left. Again, right arm can come right out of that right shoulder, or you can cactus that arm. Start to pull those knees back in through center. Take a couple rock and rolls up and down along the length of the spine. And then maybe you notice on one of those rock and rolls, you can come up and finding balance right away, coming right into that boat pose. If this is too much, bring the heels down to the mat, keeping the toes up so you still get that nice core engagement. Hands can rest behind the thighs. They can reach forward to the front of the space. Keep that spine elongated from the tailbone through the crown of the head. And if you're shaking, that means it's working. So keep breathing here for me. Can you take 3 more rounds of breath? Sometimes we have to sneak a little core work in right in the beginning when you're not expecting it. Last inhale. Exhale, cross the ankles, roll over those knees. We'll come into our neutral tabletop position, bringing those wrists directly underneath the shoulders, knees under the hips. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze, coming through cow pose. Exhale, belly button to spine, chin to chest for cat. Inhale through cow, heart shines forward, gaze comes forward. Exhale through cat, spine rounds, pulling up towards the sky. Take a few more rounds to move with your breath, connecting your breath with your movement. Noticing if your body is requesting any additional poses or movements with this cat and cow, a gaze over one shoulder or the other, a sway of the hips side to side, holding that breath a little bit longer somewhere, breathing into a place of tightness. Maybe coming up onto those fingertips in your cat pose. These are all ideas to just kind of get you thinking of what sounds good. Last time through. And exhale, curl those toes under, send the hips high, downward facing dog. Walking out your down dog. Bending one knee, bending the other. Oh, wake up those hamstrings. Say hello to the backs of the legs. Let the chest press back towards the thighs. And I invite you to bring a bend to those knees as we hold this downward facing dog in stillness. Inhale, coming up onto the toes. Exhale, bend your knees, gaze forward. Walk your feet to the top of your mat, finding a forward fold. Feet are hips width distance. Bring your hands to your shins. Inhale, halfway lift, long spine, flat back. Exhale and fold forward. Root down through those feet. Inhale, stand all the way up, sweeping the arms up and overhead. Exhale, pull the hands down through heart center. Inhale, arms reach high. Grab onto that left wrist. Exhale over toward the right, taking a gentle side body stretch. Inhale, coming back up through center. Switch that grip. Exhale, take it to the left. Inhale, coming back up through center. Exhale, fold forward, hinging at those hips. Inhale, up halfway. Exhale, fold. Step that left foot to the back of your mat. Soften that right knee down. Stay here with both hands framing that right foot for 3 breaths. Keeping that right knee tracking over that right ankle. One more breath in. And out, place that left hand down on the inside of that right foot. Inhale, open up that right arm, taking a gentle low twist. Breath in. Exhale, plant that right hand down, curl the left toes under, and then try to keep your hips right where they are. Step the right foot back, coming into a high plank. Palms pressing the mat away, heels pulling towards the back of your space. Broaden through the collarbone, pull that belly button up and in, big breath in. Exhale, lower down onto your belly. Tops of your feet come to the mat. Hands stay right where they are. Hug those elbows in close. Inhale, let that head lift, let that chest lift, baby cobra. Stay for your breath out. Big breath in. Exhale and lower. Inhale up through tabletop. Exhale back down dog. Full round of breath in. Inhale, coming up onto your toes. Exhale, bend your knees, gaze forward, travel to the top of your space. Inhale, up halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, root to rise, stand up, arms sweep up. Exhale, pull the hands down through the heart. Inhale, arms reach. Exhale, side body stretch to the right. Inhale, back up through center. Exhale, take it over to the left. Inhale, back up through center. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, up halfway. Exhale, step those right toes back this time. Soften that left knee down. Hands stay here, framing that left foot. Build that strong foundation. Left knee over the left ankle. Opening through the front of that right hip. Stay and breathe. Keep that right hand planted. Inhale, reach that left arm high, finding your gentle, low twisting lunge. One more breath in. Exhale, bring that left hand to the mat, curl the right toes under, lift that right knee. Keep those hips level, step the left toes back, high plank. I'm going to give you some options here. You can stay with that plank, lowering to your belly, taking your baby cobra and meeting us in down dog for your flow. Or we're going to build chaturanga here. This is your opportunity to make this practice what you want it to be tonight. Inhale, take a gentle shift forward. Exhale, lower halfway down. Elbows in close. Inhale, up dog. Heart shines forward. Pull those shoulder blades down and back. Exhale, roll over those toes, meet downward facing dog. Stay and breathe. Releasing any heat if you need to. This is a slow flow practice, but we do still build heat. We do still build strength. So remembering slow flow doesn't always mean easy flow. So tapping back into that self-love, that gratitude for your body. Inhale, coming up onto your toes. Exhale, bend your knees, gaze forward, travel to the top of your space. Inhale, up halfway lift. Exhale and fold. Inhale, root to rise, stand up, sweep those arms up high. Exhale, pull the hands down through heart center. Start to shift your weight over into that right foot, lifting that left knee in line with that left hip, one-legged Tadasana. Flexing those toes back towards your face. Take a breath in. Exhale, open that knee up over towards the left, finding a tree pose. So bringing that left foot somewhere along that right leg, either above or below that knee. And then I invite you here to bring one hand to your heart, one hand to your belly, feeling that connection with your heart center, feeling that connection with your belly, your gut instincts, your intuition. Feeling gratitude, feeling self-love. Inhale, bringing that left knee forward again, one-legged Tadasana. Exhale, step that left foot to the back of the mat, plant that left heel. Inhale, warrior one. So hips are square to the front of the space. Think about pulling that right hip back, that left hip forward. Those hip points are pointing straight ahead like laser beams. Arms are reaching up and overhead, right knee tracking over that right ankle. Don't be afraid to shorten that stance so you can get that back heel all the way to the mat. Take a breath in. Stay for the breath out. Nice big inhale. Exhale, find a bind at your low back, clasping your hands together. Inhale, puff that chest up, pull those shoulder blades back, pull that bind down. And exhale, humble your warrior. Right shoulder comes on the inside of that right knee. Keeping that bind here, allowing it to pull forward to the front of the space. If that doesn't feel good in your body today, just bring the hands down to the low back. Breathing here, finding a jushti to help your balance. That's that point of focus that isn't moving. Strong foundation in the legs. Breath in. Breath out. Inhale, start to come back up through that warrior one, releasing that bind. Exhale, opening up warrior two, maybe elongating that stance. Working on a heel to arch alignment with those feet. Let the shoulders relax down the back. Open up those hips to the long edge of your mat. Breathe. Flipping that front palm, inhale, reverse your warrior, reaching up and back. Exhale, windmill your hands to the mat, low lunge. And step back to your high plank, moving through your flow. What variation feels good in your body today? What is your body asking for? We all meet in a downward facing dog and we breathe. Reconnecting with your breath. Reconnecting with the intention of self-love. One more full round of breath. Inhale, coming up onto your toes. Exhale, bend your knees, gaze forward, travel to the top of your space. Inhale, up halfway lift. Exhale and fold. Inhale, root to rise, stand up, arms sweep up. Exhale, hands come down through heart center. Finding your point of focus that isn't moving. Shift your weight over into your left foot. First is that one-legged Tadasana. Right knee lifts in line with that right hip. Flex those toes back towards your face. Ground down through all four corners of that left foot. And then start to open that right knee up towards the right side of your mat, finding your tree pose, allowing that right foot to come to the left leg. And then bringing one hand to your heart, one hand to your belly. Let the shoulders relax down the back. creating a nice long line. Think about pressing that right foot into that standing leg, and that standing leg presses back into that right foot. Core is strong and engaged. If you fall out at any point, just come right back and meet us here. You know how to get here. Love on your body, even if you fall out of this balancing posture. Last breath in and out. Inhale, meeting back through our one-legged Tadasana. It's okay to be wobbly. And step that right foot to the back of your mat, planting that heel, allowing both hip points to point forward, reaching those arms up overhead. We meet in this strong warrior one stance. Set up that solid and firm foundation. Pull that core in strong, being mindful not to let those low ribs jut forward. As soon as you engage that core, you suck in that belly, and those low ribs contract and come back into place. Take a breath in and out. One more inhale. Exhale, find that bind at your low back. Try to take the opposite grip from before. So it's going to feel a little bit funny. Inhale, puff that chest up, pull those shoulder blades back and down. And exhale, humble your warrior. Left shoulder on the inside of the left knee. That bind reaching forward towards the front of our space. Gaze resting on that unmoving point. Breathing here. Breathing gratitude and love into your body. One more inhale. Strong exhale. Inhale, come back up through that warrior one, releasing your bind. Exhale, opening up warrior two. Again, setting up that strong, firm foundation. Looking down at that left knee, and if you see that knee caving inward, I want you to think about pressing it more towards the outside toes of that left foot. Open up those hips. Shoulders out, or arms out to a T, shoulders relaxing. Breath flowing naturally. Flipping that front palm, inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, windmill those hands down to the mat, low lunge. Step it back to your high plank, move through your flow. We all meet back downward facing dog. Stay and breathe. Lowering those knees to the mat. Setting up our neutral tabletop position once again, wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. This time, curl those toes under, pull that belly button up towards the spine. Take a big breath in. Exhale, hover those knees, press into those hands. Those knees are hovering just about an inch or two off of the mat. That core is strong and engaged. Keep breathing for me. This is the last little bit of plank work that we have. Breath in, breath out. Breath in and out. Start to straighten those legs, stepping them back one at a time, meeting in a high plank. Last big inhale. Exhale, lower down to the belly. Walk those fingertips out to the corners of the mat. Take a breath in. Let it go. Pressing into those tented fingertips. Inhale, lift the head, lift the chest, intimidation, cobra. You can stay right here, keeping those elbows bent, or maybe you start to straighten those arms, finding a little bit more of a lift through the chest, finding your variation. Breath in. Exhale, lower everything back down. Slide those hands underneath the shoulders. Press yourself back to a child's pose, keeping those knees together. Forehead comes down to the mat. Reaching those hands back. Grabbing onto the bottoms of the feet. Taking rest. All the work of this practice today is over. We're going to start slowing everything back down. Starting to sit back up nice and tall. Swinging both legs around in front of you. Extend that right leg long, bringing that left foot on the inside of that right leg. Squaring those shoulders with that leg. Inhale, arms reach high. And exhale, start to fold forward over that right leg. Inhale, sitting back up tall. Switching out the legs, left leg extends, right foot comes on the inside of the left leg. Shoulders now square with the left leg, arms reach high. Inhale, breath. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, sitting back up tall. Planting both feet on the mat. Slowly lowering all the way back down to the earth. Bringing those feet together, knees out nice and wide, finding a Supta Baddha Konasana, butterfly on our backs. One hand comes to the belly, one hand to the heart. Taking another moment here of gratitude. Another moment here to love on ourselves. To thank ourselves for showing up for this practice. For showing up for what we needed today. For meeting ourselves exactly where we are. You're welcome to take this butterfly pose as your Shavasana. Otherwise, extending each leg out nice and long. Arms resting down by your side. Finding a few moments of stillness. Blinking the eyes closed if that feels good. Or just resting your gaze somewhere on the ceiling. Allowing the eyelids to be as heavy as feels good. Releasing your Ujjayi breath. Take a big breath in through the nose. A big sigh out of an open mouth. Start to wiggle fingers and toes. Bringing gentle movements back to the body. Rolling over onto one side, finding a fetal position. And pressing into the hands, coming up to a gentle, easy seat. Hands resting on the knees, coming through heart center. Maybe for the final moment of this class, bringing one hand to the belly, one hand to the heart. One more moment of connection, self-love. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you are feeling a greater connection to yourself, more gratitude and love for yourself. And I hope you take that not just on your mat, but you take that feeling off of your mat and into the rest of your day. Om Shanti. Peace.
Hi friends, I'm just popping back in here real quick to ask you to please subscribe to my channel if you're not already, like this video, comment below, and if there's something specific that you want to see, let me know that as well. Go find me on Instagram at I am Katie Arnold, and I would love to bring a class just for you.